10 footballers who play their last World Cup in Qatar. The 2022 World Cup will be a very significant competition for many players. Some soccer players will be competing in the World Cup for the first time ever, while others will be making their final appearance. Some of the athletes who will compete in the World Cup for the first time this year have already been discussed. This time, we'd like to focus on some players who would be making their final appearance in Qatar. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to discuss about 10 footballers who play their last World Cup in Qatar. Who are the players going to retire from FIFA World Cup? What might be the reason? Want to know? Then let's start our video. 10 football icons who will compete in their final World Cup in 2022 are listed below. Cristiano Ronaldo. As much as we hate to admit it, CR7 doesn't look as good as he did about 10 years ago. He will turn 38 in 3 months. Therefore, you get the impression that he might decide to hang up his international boots after Qatar. Ronaldo will be 41 when the next competition takes place. And while we have no doubt that he might still be competing professionally by then, it seems improbable that he'll be healthy and ready to compete in another World Cup match. So, enjoy every moment of CR7 in Qatar. After this year's World Cup is over, you might never see him take the field in a match. Neymar Jr. Neymar's World Cup prospects are largely certain, in contrast to CR7, who are based on conjecture. The 30-year-old Brazilian has stated that the 2022 World Cup will be his final, because he doesn't believe he is mentally capable of handling another competition. He won't be playing in the upcoming tournament in his neighboring North America, even though he will be a respectable 34 years old. Thomas Müller. Müller has had a remarkable career and is a very underappreciated football player. However, he already seems to be in the latter stages of his career at this point in his mid-30s. He no longer plays regularly for Bayern's first team, and he also doesn't get many opportunities to start for Germany. Despite his experience and the advantage he gives Germany, he is very likely to be a part of Flick's squad. However, the 2010 Golden Boot winner's World Cup appearance will most likely be his last. Sergio Ramos. You anticipate that Ramos' 2022 World Cup call-up, if he receives one, will be his final. Ramos is 36 years old. However, we have to say that he has the least number of legends among all the people on this list. Likelihood of traveling to Qatar by air. With the exception of his recent injury issues, Enrique appears to have moved past the former Real Madrid captain and is now relying on the younger Eric Garcia and Pau Torres, as well as the seasoned Aymeric Laporte in the center-back positions. Ramos, however, is one of the 55 players who have been named to Enrique's preliminary World Cup squad, and if he is chosen for the final list, you can be sure that this will be his final World Cup appearance. Sergio Ramos will have to compete against his longtime rival and fellow Spaniard, Gerard Piqué, if he wants to make it onto Spain's 23-man list, which comes as a surprise. Even though the former Barcelona player has only recently retired from football and has been out of the international game since 2018, he was included on the provisional list, so there is a remote possibility that he could be called up for one final fling with Spain. Angel Di Maria. Di Maria is a further individual who has declared that he will not compete in any further World Cups after Qatar. In fact, he has stated that he will stop playing for the national team once he turns 40. In December, the World Cup concludes. As a result, Di Maria's appearance for Argentina in Qatar will be his last. Will he be able to finish the game with another victory, as he did in the Copa America the previous year? Will he retire with style? We need to wait and see. Luka Modric. When he led his Croatian teammates to the World Cup final the previous time, Modric really overachieved, and continuing to play a significant role in Real Madrid's major Champions League victory. No matter how great a player he has proven to be, the man is still only human. The 2017 Ballon d'Or winner is 37 years old right now, and this will undoubtedly be his final World Cup appearance. After this, he might even decide to stop playing for the national team. Who knows? Luis Suarez. Suarez has already reached the end of a remarkable career. He is without a doubt one of the best strikers of his generation, and at the World Cup, he has been a lot of fun to watch. He had a bite in 2014, and in the 2010 quarterfinal, he handballed. So, when he retires after this year, we will all undoubtedly miss him. But hopefully he can end his career in Qatar with one more entertaining squabble. And with a rematch of the Uruguay versus Ghana quarterfinal from 2010 almost certain to occur at this year's World Cup, all eyes will be on Luis Suarez to pull off some farewell drama. In addition, Edinson Cavani, Suarez's strike partner, will bid the World Cup adieu this year. That too, if he is healthy enough to do so. He is currently recovering from an ankle injury, but even though he might not start, we anticipate that he will be fine to travel to Qatar. Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne hasn't formally announced his impending retirement. In fact, he claimed he has no idea what will occur in 4 years. But he is one person who has consistently voiced concerns about how demanding football players' schedules have become as a result of the increased number of international matches being played. Therefore, at the age of 31, we can anticipate that he might be considering hanging up his international boots after this competition and concentrating on winning as much as he can with that Manchester City super team. Additionally, he has stated that this year's World Cup will be special and that he will not want his children to miss it. As a result, he has stated that his entire family will travel to see him play in the World Cup for the first time. Maybe he wants his entire family to attend his final dance because he won't be performing on such a large stage in the future. Eden Hazard. Hazard's recent career trajectory suggests that he may soon be calling it a day in sport. Since he joined Real Madrid in 2019, he has had trouble getting playing time, and given that the former Chelsea player will turn 32 in just a few months, you could assume that the end is near. Hazard will undoubtedly be called up to lead Belgium to the World Cup in a few days, despite the fact that he has barely played for his club this season. However, it seems like that was the last time he did that. Lionel Messi. Here's another person who, quite likely, will be in Qatar to serve as the last captain of his country. The most talked about transfer in football right now is what will happen to Lionel Messi. It is still unknown where Messi will play next season because of the expiration of his contract with PSG at the end of the current campaign. England, America, France, Spain. Nobody knows. The 2022 World Cup will be his final one, he said in a recent interview, so that is one thing we can say with certainty. Numerous times on the international stage, the former Barcelona captain had his heart shattered. But last year, when he helped Argentina win the Copa America, he finally experienced happiness while donning the blue and white of Argentina. He will therefore retire content if he does so now. He still has the opportunity to compete in one more World Cup competition, and he plans to make it memorable. He is taking an early leave of absence from PSG to prepare for Qatar and has been acting responsibly all season. For the first time in Messi's career, Argentina will enter a World Cup as clear favorites, so the 35-year-old is attempting to capitalize on Argentina's excellent form and make his final dance the best dance ever. Is he going to be able to perform that? If you enjoy our content, make sure you hit the like button and share your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Subscribe to our channel to get our videos regularly, and don't forget to click the bell icon to never miss an update. Thank you for your time. Look forward to seeing you at the next one. Until then, peace.